Hey guys, and welcome to your active recovery day. Today we're going to spend some time building some strength in that core, as well as spend some time stretching out those muscles you've worked so hard throughout the week. Let's get to it. Hey guys, we're gonna get right into this core workout. So we're gonna focus on 10 movements, working for 40 seconds and resting for 20 seconds. So we're gonna kick this first one off on your back. And don't worry, I will show you all these exercises as you get the rest. I'll always show you what's coming up next. So our first one, we're gonna lay down and we're gonna focus on just the upper core here. So if you have a weight, you can grab a weight. You do not have to do this movement with the dumbbell, but if you'd like to add that, there is that option. Okay, so the first one, we're gonna start with your feet nice and straight. We're gonna reach for the toes and come back down. 3, 2, and 1. So lifting up, coming back down. Now we are here for 40 seconds, so I want you to really focus on keeping those legs straight. You can lower them down slightly to engage your core just a little bit more. And all I'm doing is reaching as high as I can. All right, reaching through the toes, lifting my upper back off the floor to engage that core, okay? Make sure you're breathing through these exercises. We're almost there. Finishing out your first one, 10 more seconds. Big lift and lower. All the way, finish it in 3, 2, and 1, rest. Okay, you get 20 seconds to rest. I'm gonna show you your next movement. We have a reverse crunch to a hip lift. So we're gonna lay down, hands can go right beside the hips. All you're gonna do is lift the hips, and then you're just gonna tap those heels back on the ground and continue with that motion, okay? If you need a further option, hands can go under the hips. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Tapping the heels and coming back up. Taking the time, okay? There's no need to rush through any of these core movements. Make sure that you are controlling these movements. And like I said, if this does bother you, you can always place your hands under your hips to just get a little bit more support. Awesome job. Keep lifting. We have 15 seconds to go. Finish these out. All the way. Keep moving, don't stop. We want to burn out that core in these 40 seconds. 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Awesome. The next one, we're gonna flip over into that plank position. You are gonna use some type of object, whether it is a dumbbell or a weight. We're gonna place it on the outside of that hand, and I'm gonna reach through, and I'm gonna pull through, alternating on each side, okay? Hold your plank, and let's begin. 3, 2, and 1. So I'm gonna bring that weight to the outside of my hand, grabbing underneath, placing it back down in front of me, or right out into the side. All right, squeezing that core, making sure your hips aren't too high or too low. Make sure your body's in that straight line, okay? And if you need an option, all right, if you're struggling to hold that one hand plank, okay, you can always take this down to your knees, okay? Or you can just get rid of the dumbbell and hold the plank. Wherever you are in that fitness journey, make sure that you are challenging yourself to change yourself. Let's go. Final reps. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Sit back, little stretch. All right, this next one, we're gonna use your object or your dumbbell again. We're gonna go back onto your back, and we have a double crunch where your hands and your legs come together as one, and we open as one, okay? Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. So all the way open, all the way close, all the way open, and all the way close. Nice. Breathing through it, okay? Taking the time, pausing at the bottom, and getting those legs as low as you can to the ground, all right? But make sure that you're trying not to touch the ground, but if you need to, that option is to set down the hands, set down the knees, and then bring it back in, okay? Finish this out. 10 seconds, let's go. Pushing through all the way. Finish out your final reps. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Take some rest, okay? This next one, we're gonna go back into your plank position. We have what's called your army plank. So we're gonna go from your hands down to your elbows and back up to the palms. No weights or objects are needed for this. Okay, pick the plank option that's gonna be the most challenging for you. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. So down to the elbows, holding that plank, and then pushing right back into that plank. You'll notice, okay, I'm not pushing out in front, I'm not pushing too far in, I'm pushing directly underneath that shoulder, okay? Working through it, breathing through it. You can do this, come on, stay with me. Just get through as much as you can. Here is the option. Always you can take it to the knees, but make sure that core is on fire. Less than 10 seconds. Finish these out, come on. Breathing through it. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, take a rest. Okay, next one, we're gonna focus on a little bit of upper and lower. So we're gonna go back into your seated position, okay? Hands are behind you for support. We're gonna extend the legs out and bring them in, okay? Take a big deep breath. 3, 2, and 1. So all the way out, all the way in. All the way out, all the way in, okay? Now this one, I want you to take it slow, okay? I know you think I can bust out 50 reps easy, okay? The slower we go, the more contractions we're gonna get, okay? And the more strength we're gonna build, all right? Here's the option, tap the toes if you need it, all right? And if you need to, just bring those legs higher, okay? But make sure you're challenging yourself. That's why you're here. Finish this out. 5 seconds, let's go. 3, 2, and 1, rest. Whew. I hope your abs are on fire for that one. We're gonna flip it back over. We're gonna go back into a plank, and we're just gonna add some toe taps on this next one, okay? Tapping out to the side and alternating legs, okay? Shake it out, stay with me. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Tapping to the side, back to your plank. Tapping to the side, back to your plank, okay? Now, really want you to squeeze that core, all right? Focus on building that strength, okay? The leg does not have to go very far, okay? It just has to leave the ground, okay? So to make this easier, you can put your hands on a chair, a couch, to elevate yourself, to make it a little bit easier, okay? Another option is to just tap with the knees on the ground, okay? Stay strong, team. You have 10 seconds. Push through it. Squeeze that core all the way. 3, 2, and 1. Little stretch. Amazing. Okay, next one, we're gonna go back onto your legs, onto your back, your other legs, and we're gonna go for those single leg V-ups. Now you can add a weight to this one if you'd like. Your option. Okay, we're just gonna lift one leg at a time in 3, 2, and 1. Big lift and lower, all right? I'm just bringing my chest all the way up, okay, to my foot. I'm reaching my hands, okay, all the way as far up as I can. All right, your option here is to keep your torso on the ground and bring that leg towards you, all right? Okay, make sure you are burning out that core. You are pushing yourself outside that comfort zone. Stay with it. 10 seconds, team. Do not quit. Even if it's burning, you're doing great things for yourself. 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. Amazing. Okay, we're gonna go back into that plank position, and we're gonna alternate with a plank hip dip, okay? So I want you to take it down to that side plank, okay? Stacking the elbow under the shoulder. All right, we're gonna slowly drop and then lift, and we're gonna go half and half, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower, slowly lift, okay? A little dip, a little lift, little hip dips, okay? So coming down, lifting up, coming down, lifting up, okay? We're gonna switch sides in 5 seconds, so keep moving. 3, 2, and 1. Right into that other side, okay? In this side plank, if you wanna just hold the side plank, hold the side plank. Another option is to take that bottom knee down and give me that same thing, okay? Little dip, little lift, all right? 5 seconds, finish this out. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Whoo, side planks are no joke. Okay, Last one, you're gonna use that object. We're gonna make some rainbows, okay? And we're just gonna go up and over on that object, okay? Keeping those legs as straight as you can, making a little V sit, all right? Position as you go through, okay? Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Now, the goal here is to not touch the ground, but if you need that option, tap the heels down, lift back up. Tap the heels down, lift back up. Otherwise, challenge yourself, make your rainbows, get over the mountain, big lift, lower as low as you can. Make sure your core is on fire, pushing through. I know you got this. Give me 10 seconds and don't you dare quit. Don't give up on me. You're stronger than that. Okay, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. All right, we are done with the core. So I want you to just take a moment to breathe and to stretch. So we're gonna go right into child's pose. So I want you to sit back. I want you to think about that hard work that you just put in and that six-pack that you're gonna get from this, okay? So breathe. Sink into the stretches. Beautiful. All right, we're just gonna come forward. We're just gonna stretch out the core real quick before we dive into a lot of these stretches to really let your body relax. So you can do this from this position. Otherwise, if you have any tightness in your low back, you can always come down on your hands and your elbows, pushing through the shoulders, away from the ears, and stretching out the core that way. So it really just depends on where your flexibility is, okay? And make sure we are breathing. Awesome job on that core work. We're gonna move into stretching. And first thing I want you to do is just to sit the hips back. We'll start from this position and kind of make our way up. So widen the hips a little bit. All right, curl those toes underneath. We're gonna reach those arms out in front and really sink into this stretch. All right, now as we're going through these stretches, guys, I want you to relax. I want you to think about breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe through these stretches, I want you to think about getting deeper and deeper into that stretch. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna slowly walk our hands just to one side. We're just stretching out the lats here. So really reaching through those fingertips. And again, this is not about making the muscles hurt. We want them to actually stop contracting and really release any of that tension or any of scar tissue buildup here. So make sure we just breathe and just go to that point of tightness and relax. Beautiful. All right, you're gonna slowly make yourself walk those hands to the other side. And again, go to that point where you feel that tight pull, pause, take a big deep breath, exhale and sink. And if you ever need to pause this video, stay in these stretches a little bit longer. I will never say no. Awesome, we're gonna come to the middle. We're just gonna stretch out that back. I call this one threading the needle. So I'm gonna keep my palm up and I'm gonna go underneath my opposite arm. And from this position, I wanna try to keep my chest facing the mat, okay? So I'm gonna reach my arm through. I'm gonna reach my opposite top arm as far forward as I can. And I wanna push down, all right, making sure my chest is facing the floor as much as possible. And again, taking those deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Beautiful work. Okay, switching sides. Other arm, remember that palm is gonna stay up. I'm gonna reach through. I'm gonna keep that other arm facing forward. All right, and I'm gonna try to push down on this left shoulder just so I can try to keep my chest facing the ground here. My microphone seems to be getting in the way, so I'm sorry if you can't quite hear me. Big reach, breathe. Beautiful, taking the time to just stretch and relax. Another deep breath. Awesome. All right, slowly coming up on all fours. We're gonna walk so those feet are in line with the knees. The knees are directly under the hips and that wrist is underneath that shoulder. I'm just gonna inhale, and as I inhale, I'm gonna round my back. Okay, I'm gonna pull up through my belly button. I'm also pushing through the palms of my hands. All right, I'm locking my shoulders down away from the ears. And then I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna exhale, and I'm gonna push, arching out the back. Again, pushing through the palms, pushing the shoulders down, looking up, getting that extra stretch. And one more big inhale. Stretching out that back, tucking that chin, and release. Pushing all the way back up to the top. Beautiful. So I'm gonna swivel the legs out in front now. And we're just gonna get a little bit of the legs, okay? So I want you to bring one foot out in front. All right, and I just want you to grab onto wherever you can grab. So if you can only grab onto your shin, grab onto your shin. If you can grab to the knee, grab to the knee. If you can reach for the toe, grab for the toe. But I want you to reach with one hand. Now this other hand's gonna come up and I'm gonna reach over. You're gonna feel a nice pull, okay, in that lat, okay, in your obliques. Big reach, and depending on your flexibility will depend on how low you get. But by opening up that chest, trying not to hunch over, really opening it up will feel a nice long pull if you do have some tightness here. Beautiful. All right, we're just gonna take this same leg, we're just gonna place it behind you, and I'm just gonna sink back into my hips. You should feel a nice stretch into this quad, okay? Leaning back, you can always walk your hands further back. Okay, the more you walk your hands back, the deeper that stretch is going to go, okay? Breathing through it. And another option, if you have that flexibility, you can always come all the way down onto the elbows, okay? But I don't want you to push past that point of comfort. I want you to feel that tightness and go from there, okay? Awesome, we're gonna switch legs. So we're gonna bring that other leg in. Other leg out, sitting up nice and tall. Again, grab to where you can with that flexibility. We'll start there. Take a big inhale, exhale and sink, and then take that arm, reaching up and over. And again, my flexibility isn't so great, and that's okay. Nobody is perfect. Understand that where you are is where you're starting, okay, and where you're going is gonna be even better, okay? So continue to stay consistent, all right, and reach your goals with happy, positive vibes. Breathing through it. Awesome. Okay, last little hip stretch, then we'll go into some deeper hip stretching. So just curling this leg back, and again, just going back to wherever you can feel that tight little tension pull. Okay, again, only past the tightness. Don't want to push past any pain. If it's really painful, we're probably going too far into the stretch. Okay, we don't want to strain anything. We just want to unwind. We want to relax and let the muscles completely unfold. Don't forget to breathe, most importantly. Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna take my same leg and I'm just gonna keep that leg curled, okay? And I'm just gonna sit on top of this heel here, okay? So this back leg, we're gonna try to straighten it out as much as you can, okay? And then this leg, depending on your flexibility, will depend on how far forward. So the closer in, okay, the easier it's gonna be, and the closer forward, the harder it's gonna be, okay? So in this position, we're just coming down, okay, onto all elbows here and just stretching out that hip and just breathing through it. And if you ever need to stop and grab some water or towel off some sweat, Remember, this is all about you, okay? So take the time to do what you need to do. Breathing through it. Awesome. Coming up to those hands, we're just gonna kick that leg back, okay, and get a quick little calf stretch. So just pushing those heels down, pushing the head through the shoulders. All right, quick little stretch. You can alternate feet if you need a little bit deeper stretch into the calves or into the balls of the feet. All right, and then we're gonna bring that other leg forward. Just curling that leg in. All right, and back leg is just gonna stay as straight as you can get it. And then, like I said, you might be here. This might be a stretch for you. Okay, this might be a stretch for you if you're coming down on the elbows, and a deeper stretch would just be bringing this foot forward more, okay? So breathing, trying to relax as you're going through these stretches, okay? This is really all about you and letting your body unwind. Let's get one more deep breath. Awesome, and then we're gonna curl those toes back and kick that leg back and go back into that downward dog, pushing that head down again through the arms. And again, you can just alternate heels, pushing them down one at a time. All right, depending on your flexibility or how tight you are will depend on what's gonna feel best. So always listen to your body when you are stretching. Awesome, set those knees down, sit those hips back one more time, and then we're just gonna flip over onto your back and stretch out those glutes. Awesome, all right, go ahead and come forward, swivel those legs out in front. Go ahead and have a seat, laying it down onto your back. Okay, I'm gonna start with my right leg, and I'm gonna bring that leg in towards my chest, okay? So I'm just gently pressing right below the knee. All right, and I'm just gonna give a couple of rotations with that ankle just to get some more mobility in there. All right, and after that, I'm gonna take my leg and I'm gonna come across my body, and I'm just gonna gently press down, okay, on top of that leg. Now this opposite hand that you probably can't see, this hand over here, I'm just gonna keep that palm up, and I'm gonna open up my chest, and you should feel a nice stretch through that shoulder. Okay, so just breathing. And just making sure that you are gently pressing down. Make sure that you're not pushing down forcefully. You just want to let your body breathe. Awesome. All right, we're going to switch to the other side. So bring in that knee in, get a couple rotations if you need it, and go ahead and switch. Bring in that knee in towards the chest. Give a couple rotations. Again, this other leg is just nice and straight, okay? Letting that other leg just completely relax, okay? Try not to tense that leg. All right, bring it across the body, gently pressing down on top of that knee, opening up that opposite arm, and again, you should feel a little stretch in that shoulder, feel a little stretch, okay, in that chest. Really kind of depends on your flexibility, depends on where you are tight and where you are sore. But always take the time to breathe. Beautiful. All right, last one we're just gonna hit is that figure four stretch. We're just gonna come up onto our hands. So coming back towards the middle, coming up, and I'm just gonna cross one leg on top of the other. Just stretch out the glutes a little bit. And this stretch, the further you bring this foot in, okay, and the more you sit up and the more you walk your hands in, the more closer you are to yourself, the harder this is going to be. So if you need to, just bring those arms and that leg out far away to start, and then kind of make your way in until you feel that tension and that pull, okay? Awesome work. I am so proud of you. Thank you always for joining in these stretches, joining in these workouts. I want you to know how great you are and how amazing that you're doing already in this fitness journey. So keep pushing, keep striving for your best. I promise you, results will come. You just have to be patient. All right, really looking forward for the rest of these workouts, and we'll see you next week for some more fun.